Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners. Let's do some other altcoin updates. So, Dash now finally breaking out, corrected back. Let's see how that correction looked on the daily chart. Let's take a look at that. Oh, look at that. Right to the bottom of the rotation zone, no closing below the rotation zone, moving back up, giving a double entry. And no, this was not a valid double bottom because the targets did exceed that. But we could do Gann box targets and projections for here. So, we went from the bottom of November on the 2nd to the top to get our Gann box, and that was on the 30th, and that gave us the 882.23 and yet to be hit 952, although you can always go to the nice round numbers because people love round numbers in altcoins. And we also have an ABC projection or a measured move, and here would be the A point again down in the 2nd. B point would be the high on the 30th. C point projected from the low on the 7th, and that gives us a couple points. That gives us a 969. So anywhere 952 to 969 is a great area to move up your stop or take some profits. And then the interesting thing, the full projection for that takes us to 1101. So you can watch for that should this keep going up. So that's the way we look in Dash Coin. Checking in on EOS. EOS reverse Gann box from the lows on the 7th to the highs on the 6th. That's why it's a reverse box. It's going backwards, but that gave us our key 535 level, which was nearly closed right on. Then the 558 level, and we spiked through that. And now we've pulled back. This did pull back to the rotation zone on the 1 hour. Let me go to the 1 hour real quick. Right back to the rotation zone, just starting to rotate back up. So that's the kind of entry you can look for. That's pretty aggressive because we haven't even got the 8 to push the price yet, but we're going to see if that does come in. It also did come in and sort of retest the prior breakout zone. So this $4.91 to $5 is the prior breakout zone. You can see right in here, and it came back to retest it. Let me pull off this reverse Gann box since we don't need those levels anymore. The new key levels we're watching for, we are watching for now, once we return to the 591, we're watching for 622 and 654 are the key levels higher. Let's check in on the daily for EOS. EOS is still riding the top of the rotation zone. We pulled back into it and now going back out. Now we do have 8 pushing the price on that, so we have very key support coming in there. If we do get the bigger pullback, I'm going to remove this too. If we do get the bigger pullback, on the daily chart, you can watch for about 455, which is a 25% Gann retracement levels from the lows back in October, at the end of October, to the most recent highs. That's a really good level, and it's nearly the prior breakout zone. You see resistance, 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 broke through. So now this is all key support in here, along with the 25% Gann level pullback. So if we do see that, that's a key level to target. Again, 455. Checking back in on Ethereum, we did another earlier video today where we pointed out these other key levels. So if you want to know how we got them, watch for that. And there was something, oh, it fell off my chart. The intermediate levels off of there were the 576 and 594, which have been surpassed. We have not hit the 629 yet. The next levels, if we go higher before we pull back to a rotation zone, 652 and 679, we have a decent pause in there, so we can go from these lows that started this major move up to this most recent high to give us this 652 and 679 level. So still a bit overextended. I'd like to see it pull back, especially down into, between 557 and possibly 576 with the rising rotation zone on the 4 hour to come in to support it before we see a rotation back up. If these moves get overdone too quickly, then they tend to get unstable, and that's where you have the big unexpected pullback. But these are the levels higher, and you always trail your stop and you keep going with it until it stops, and then you wait for the bigger pullback. So what we have for you on Dash Coin, EOS, and Ethereum. Thanks for watching. By the way, this was recorded about 4 p.m. Central Time on December 12th. We'll see everyone soon. Bye for now.